So today we're going to be looking at our library resource page and the resources that it has for us when we are doing research. When you click on it, it opens up, and of course this is where you would search for a book if you were looking in the library catalog. But what we're going to look at today are the library databases on the left-hand side. Specifically, we're going to look at World Book, which is an encyclopedia, and SIRS Discover, which is a database of magazines and newspaper articles and photographs. So if we click on SIRS Discover, it'll open up to the search page, and you'll notice that you can browse by subject if you're not really sure what you're looking for. Over here, there are some different features. They have science fair information, specifically biographies, nonfiction books, maps, all kinds of different ways and things that you can look for. But since we know search terms today, we are going to actually just type that in. So I'm going to type in Texas Indians. And when it comes up, you'll notice that there are 380 articles about Texas Indians. 46 of them are newspaper articles, 134 of them are magazine articles, and 144 are reference articles, which would be like an encyclopedia. And since we're going to use World Book today, we're not going to focus on those reference articles. Instead, we're going to look at magazines. When you click on that, you'll notice that magazines show up all on the side. Back when we were looking at all of the articles, you can definitely also look at this key, which matches these icons up here to see what type of source that is. Back on magazines, there is also some guide to the reading levels up here. If it has a green book next to it, it's fairly easy to read. Blue would be moderate, and red would be challenging. So I would scan through the titles to see if anything looked like something that would be helpful for my Texas Indian research. Black Indians in the Seminole Wars, I don't think would help me much. I could read the summary to see, but that's really focused on Florida. So I'm going to choose this one about the Alamo. And when I click on it, it'll bring up the article. I can tell that this is from Crinkles magazine in January-February edition of 2007. I could read or scan through this to see if it had any of the information that I needed for my research. If I do find some information here, down at the bottom there is a box that says how to cite this source. So if you did find some information in this article or any article in SIRS Discover, you could scroll down to the bottom, and this is what you would copy as your citation information. This is the author of the article, this is the name of the article, the magazine that it was found in, and the date that we accessed it here on SIRS Discover. So that is how you would search SIRS Discover. You could also go back, of course, to your original list. Sometimes, though, our search might be too broad. We're getting a lot of information here, but not specific enough to what we want. So we might have to change our search terms to a specific tribe or a specific person or a specific event that we want to focus on. And that is how you would use SIRS Discover. We're also going to look at World Book Encyclopedia. So back on our library resource page, if I clicked on World Book, it would bring up some choices. Let me double click on World Book. And now to search World Book Web, again, we would just double click on it. And this gives us some different leveled options as well. Kids is more for the kinder, first, and second graders. It has short paragraphs, not a whole lot of information. Just to get enough to get them started. We are actually going to go to student when we search in 4th and 5th grade. And again, there are different ways you can search and different things you can look at. If you're specifically looking for a biography, you've got this area right here. If you want to explore Texas, you can certainly click on Explore. And then what we want to do again is type in our search term, Texas Indians. And when we press search, we will get 125 encyclopedia articles, one picture, different categories over here. And again, you would just search through, scan through, and see what you were specifically looking for. There is a little brief information line very quick right there. But then when you click on the article, again, it gives you the entire article. You can read through that, and if you find some information, they also have a how to cite this article section. So you would write down this information for your citation if you found some information in this part. Again, you might have to narrow down your search terms. If Texas Indians is too broad, you might have to narrow it down to something more specific. So now we are going to be practicing that on our own.